Okay, I think I'm doing some quick setup. I apologize about the little bit of a late start. I was trying to mess with some stuff for stream, but not too much. We'll switch over to here. Okay, chat has not appeared. Let me fix that. How's it going, Joseph? I hope you're doing well. Okay, it should be showing up. Why is chat not appearing? Oh, that's annoying. Hold on. Oh, that is really annoying. I really hope. Hey, Ando. Oh. Okay, now I can kind of... Oh, there we go. Wow, it was super low. Wow, that was weird. Don't know why that was so low. I couldn't really see it. Let me put that stuff back up. Boom. Visible, visible. Okay. The servos... What I was trying to represent is a servo skull holding a scroll, and that's what you guys are appearing on with chat. It does not look good at all, I will admit, and I am working on something better. I just tried to find a random like scroll paper thing online, and that is what we have currently. I might actually make chat a bit smaller because it does take up a lot of space on stream. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I want to do some more community stuff, and maybe even like off stream I can post something in the Discord, because I mean we have a voice chat for people to like talk and hang out in fully. Sorry, I'm just trying to... I have so many damn sources. I'm trying to like figure out... I'm just gonna make you guys a bit smaller and make this smaller, and then I'm gonna take good old Benny Boy, that is the servo skull, and we're just gonna put him a little bit smaller. I apologize if it is small for you guys to read. It just doesn't take up as much space through here then. So yeah, so I tried adding a couple new things. I want to try getting back into multi-streaming and mess with that today, which I think that took out, or that messed with something today. And then I wanted to throw in a little sub goal, because I've talked about it a while back when I was like trying to do the 1,000 points in 20 days. I wanted to do, I had a special goal where like if we hit, I think 500, I would build a night on the channel. So I just figured out how to throw that up. It's not accurate. The sub count is not accurate, but that is there. And if we hit the sub goal within this year, I will let you guys decide what night I build. I have a night model already. still in the sprue, and you guys can fully pick the loadout for that night. So if we get to 500, that is the prize for you guys on getting that. So hopefully it updates properly, because I know we're already like beyond halfway there, which I will admit, I never really thought I'd get as many people here that enjoy my content as I do. I'm very appreciative of every single one of you. You are all awesome and amazing people. And, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of cleanup on this because I saw the wolf symbols were still kind of visible on this axe. But I'm going to continue building the Space Wolf Combat Patrol that we worked on last stream. And I found the base for it, which is here. So I'm able to put a little base together. And I can do the legs now. So I can mess around and kind of have that however I want, I guess, is what I will decide. I definitely am going to do the cork, because I like throwing down the cork. The cork is nice and fun. Sorry, I'm like, YouTube is telling me the stream quality is very poor. And tells me what I can do. I kind of regret doing some of that extra stuff, but now I'll keep going. If the quality of the stream is poor, I'm sure you will all let me know. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do a little rock here. And is there another spot I want to kind of throw a rock on? Or a semi-rock? I think I do. I think I want to throw something like there. You think it's picking up on the servo skull? I can certainly remove it. I made it for a friend when I do calls with him, and I thought it'd be funny to be like, oh, he's my little assistant on stream. But no, I tried using like stream elements today to work on multi-streaming, and I think it's trying to send more data out to like another source that it's not going anywhere than what I have. So I kind of regret installing it, but tomorrow I will mess with it more and see if I can get it all the kinks kind of worked out. But I'm gonna just remove this stuff real quick. We're gonna throw down some Mod Podge. I'm gonna make tomorrow kind of a busy day for me. I really do want to get videos back out there, and I've started working on one yesterday and a little bit today. I'm very slow when it comes to that process because just not really much of the editing. I'm trying to write a script beforehand, and getting all these thoughts together is very difficult. They're all kind of jumbled up together. But I am happy with it so far, and I think people will enjoy it, or at least I hope they will. I don't want to spoil any surprises for futures. I do want to actually spoil it, but I'm going to hold myself off because I'd rather people watch it and spoilers on it. No, I just don't. I want to spoil what it is, but I also want to like leave it a surprise for people. I mean, it's something I've talked about before here, but I just figured actually putting it all in a video would be kind of good. And everything. Screw it, I'll say it. I have started putting together a video for my homeroom chapter on my thought process on how I made it and why I picked what I picked and a little bit of their lore and all that other stuff. So I started going through and just writing right now a little script for that. So I got like the intro done, and now I'm just kind of doing some flesh out stuff. Just kind of sit with that, and then I do have like another one I want to do. This one a bit more informational than the other one. I know a while ago I did like, oh, if you want to get into Warhammer, this is like one of the cheaper ways of doing it. And I did the video for the introductory box. Well, I wanted to do one similar for the Ultimate Starter Box. And like if the price of it is actually worth it or not. In my opinion, yes, the price for it is worth it. But it's better if you split it with someone than just spend it all on your own. I'll throw one more right there. Okay. I got his little base done for now. I'm going to set that actually over here to dry. Now, I think the last time I was here, I started working on his feet. Which I think I might continue. Oh, I did buy magnets so that I can actually start doing the elbow joint stuff. Actually, we can move over to doing the chassis. Start working on that. Let's see, E5 and E4. I thought it was neat. It's kind of like nice being able to put all these ideas out on paper and try to get it focused. That's also what I kind of like about these streams is like I'm just rattling off ideas. I don't write down the ideas after stream, and I really should, because I end up forgetting like half the stuff that I talk about with you guys as soon as the stream ends. And that is kind of bad because I think we've come up with some pretty cool ideas. And you guys have also given some pretty awesome ideas as well. Oh, but before I also forget, I want to say, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone has enjoyed their week and that they're looking forward to the weekend and that they have, I don't know, just something cool going on. Like any cool projects or just stuff like that. I just hope you have a good weekend in general. just kind of checking some stuff out. There we go. Let's see. What else do I kind of got planned? I don't think I have anything planned for myself quite yet. I'm hoping to run a tabletop RPG this weekend for some friends. I'm kind of itching to do that again. I've talked about this one before, but it's called Never Going Home. I really enjoy running it. It is... The main setting is like World War One. They pretty much have books starting like as the war is starting. I think all the way up until it ends. I haven't really I haven't read through the later modules, but I have like the core rule book and like 3 other books to run missions with, and I'm not going to follow the World War One setting fully with it. I think I'm going to flavor text it for the game with my friends. Just say we're like in an alternate timeline for some stuff, which I think will be a lot more fun, because I want this to be like a long game, even though... Let's see, so those there, and this comes down. You're not expected to really survive that long with your characters. It's meant to be like, oh, you're a squad of like army guys, and you just end up, if you lose a guy, you just bring in a new character instantly. Okay. How's it going, Hal? I hope you're doing well this evening. Okay, I think... Yeah, that looks about right. I'm going to take this and just lay this over here. Oh, there's some strong glue. Oh, that's a headache and a half. Really? How long is the event? No, Dad, don't make me switch. Don't make me want to switch. Actually, I don't really play the events that much, but I'm still interested in hearing what it is. I am doing good, Hal. I'm doing good. I am here with chat. We're all hanging out. I am slowly working on this large backlog, or at least I call it a large backlog of stuff. Oh wait, no, I'm not doing the right thing. Oh no, I am. I did see them. I am jealous that you have them. Personally, just because out of that kill team, there is one model I want, and I want it for the Inquisitor. It's the... I think it's like the hooded assassin character in that kill team. I want the hooded mask head, And I want to use that for, like, my Inquisitor's head. It looks like a really fun kill team. I'm interested to see how you paint them and where they... or how they turn out. Should really use the file for this, huh? I believe that's his name. He's like hunched over and he's got like a knife in one hand. I don't know what his variant looks like. I just remember that part in particular. In general, it's a cool model as well. Ooh. I might check out the event tomorrow. I think I have the day off tomorrow. It really depends on the weather. I might check it out, but I don't need distractions. My goal for tomorrow is to do some upgrades for stream and do some work for YouTube stuff. So I don't want to distract myself. I want to stay focused. I'd like to, I want to do more for the channel. I feel like I've gotten very lazy here recently with not improving and just letting things be as they were. And I don't think that is fair. I want to ask you, have you looked into Trench Crusade at all? Because, like, how you talk about your game Inferno sounds very similar to how Trench Crusade is a little bit. I mean, I know in yours you don't have any humans, but your setting description and stuff like that sounds very, very similar. Okay. I've just been seeing stuff. I'm like, huh, it seems very similar to how, like, what How is making and all that. Not that I've looked into the rules or anything with Trench Crusade. It's just the lore-wise, it sounds very similar. I went to my local game store yesterday, and I was looking at some of the posters that they had set up, and there is a Warhammer event that is going on in March, and I was like, okay, it looks to be just like a tournament thing. And then I looked at it a bit more, and there is a art competition section, and it kind of piqued my interest. I'm like, ooh, that might be fun to actually take part in and apply. So I got to go through and read more on it, but I think I might take part in that art competition. I don't think I'll score very high, but I want to put something in, see what people think about it and all that. I'm thinking I might throw this guy in as the model for the competition, but we'll also see what else I have. It's in March. I think March like 15th, 14th. So I have a little over a month to kind of come up with something. Okay. Well, as long as you're trying to stand out and make your own thing. But I know that can be very hard sometimes when it comes to getting people interested. It's like, well, why would I be interested in this thing when this thing already exists and all that? That's not me telling you to not do your project. Continue with your project. Keep working on it. Just find something to make you stick out. Ando says there is a banner piece for the Smurfs where it shows a Smurf unaliving a Nid with a bolter. So you thought you could get it and place it on the base of some big Nid and make it all dirty and messed up. Ooh. Go for it. I say go for it. Okay. So with this... Oh, I see. Okay, so glue there. And glue on the back of this. And then just not the front. As long as you're having fun with what you're doing, Hal, and you're happy with it and you enjoy it at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Okay. It's like, oh, I'd have it. No. Okay. Throw on a little bit more glue. Maybe it'll fall into the cracks. Oh, I see that. I will fix that. Okay. That's probably why... Oh. Move that. Bring that up. I had it... I should not have touched it. I think I had it... to the point that it looked... somewhat okay. And then we take this and let me expand it. That's definitely larger than intent. I will definitely do something different for the future. Actually, I will use this new thing. I'm going to pull this out. Boop. So, I am working on making this look different. Don't mind my little paintbrush. I finally decided to make myself a little pointer. I'm going to change this out tomorrow for something better. I'm thinking of doing a little screen, like the cogitator screens in Space Marine 2, and just having chat kind of go up it like that. So we're just going to set that over there and hide that away. At least that's what I'm going to try and do tomorrow. So I will definitely be tweaking. Oh, no, don't glue yourself to that. Cool. We got that. Now I need 6 and E1. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing too much Darktide. It looks like a fun game. Wish I could take part, but my computer won't allow me to. It is a game I do want to try. I know in that one you're a bunch of like death row prisoners, if I remember correctly, from what I've heard about it. It says 1. Which one is 1? I don't think it's on that one. Nor on that one. Nope, it has to be on this one. I think it's this one that they have numbered as 7. Nope, that's one right there. I will definitely do a... When I get to work, I'll definitely do a community day stream and play it with chat. I cannot promise I'll be any good at it. I think just like in most games, I have to end up being carried. I'm really not as good as I should be, I think, with things. But I don't know. Like, shooting games aren't really my thing. I'm more of a... My thing is I play a lot more of like building games or exploration games. That's why I really enjoy Minecraft when I do play it. And I've been playing Sons of the Forest with a couple friends, and that's been really fun. What else? I also really enjoyed playing Grounded. Grounded had a fun building mechanic for me. Also Valheim. Actually, I think Valheim has one of my favorite building mechanics, even though I think Minecraft is better because you can just build these crazy builds. But Valheim is a little more realistic. But I'm definitely looking forward to Grounded 2. I think they did like an open beta a while ago. But whenever the full game releases, me and my friends are definitely grabbing it, and we are going to be playing it quite a bit. I think I am. I've never played any of the Dawn of War games. I should probably try them. I should probably try Dawn of War and see how I like it. Strategy games aren't... I'm not really good at strategy games either. Like, I've played Civ, and I'll play it by myself for like a little bit. When I play with friends, I'm in like last place. What was it, like Civ 5 or Civ... I think it's Civ 5 that I've played with friends. But I think I remember seeing the trailers, like, in Dawn of War 4, don't they have, like, the Dark Angels and the Lion showing up? to help the Blood Ravens. I'm interested to see how that goes. Okay, so that sits there. Cool. I think what I'm excited more for to try is the new like Total War game coming out that's just for like 40K. I'm excited to try that one. I want to see how that plays and turns out. I will probably lose a lot of planets, and I won't be any good at that one either. But I'll definitely have some fun. Oh, another game that I have but I haven't tried yet is Rogue Trader. I still have Rogue Trader sitting in my library, unplayed, all that stuff, and I should give it a try. I've heard it's okay. Kind of sucks it came out when Baldur's Gate 3 came out. So like it kind of got overshadowed by, in retrospect, a better game, from what I understand, because Baldur's Gate is such a good game. If you haven't played it, I recommend playing it. If you like D&D, you like fantasy stuff, or you're just a fantasy nerd in general when it comes to those games, play it. I actually have a hidden video on this channel of the boss battle with me and my friends. It is a private video for only me and them to watch. Because, God, back when I first started YouTube, I tried to be a gaming channel, and I had all my stuff on this channel. And decided to do a rebrand on here. And I was trying to figure out how to private everything, but I got frustrated and said, fuck it, and I ended up deleting all my old content. I regret it now, just because that was a large part of my life I spent doing. And I do want to go back and kind of see some of those again, but at least I have that one. Let's see. So that sits like... How do you sit? Do you sit like that? You sit like that. Cool. Throw that down. Oh, I have said this in the Discord, but for those that are looking for any Warhammer 40K book recommendations, I do have one. I have been listening to Kingsblade. It is a book about a knight's house on a distant planet. And I will say it has been really good so far. I think if you are into fantasy and want to get into sci-fi a little bit, it has a good mix of fantasy and sci-fi mechanics. Okay, what's the next thing I gotta do? Once that's done, it's then... Let's see, 27 and 25. I'm gonna be so happy when I finally have all these done. It is going to be a huge accomplishment. And I mean, like, built and painted. I reached out to a buddy to just be like, hey, would you be down to help me build all my models? He's like, yeah, when do you want to do it? I'm like, let's schedule sometime in the next 2 weeks. I think having a second pair of hands would help. What would have really helped more was not buying so many goddamn models. I'm gonna bitch complain about it, but I'm gonna keep everything I have and keep working on it. Where'd it go? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. So this is on the left side. And it needs to overhang so that the back can touch. Okay, so that one goes there. And then oh no, I gotta glue them together and then go. Okay. I think I got that. It's a nice little... I like being able to see inside the cockpit of the Terminators, not Terminators, Dreadnoughts and the Knights and all that stuff. Let's see, now we'll do the next one. I don't know if I want to put the Space Marine that controls this guy inside the cockpit or if I want to put him on the outside. Because I remember seeing someone do one where they just had the model outside, like he was walking out of the tactical war suit, and then one where he's like walking around. But I might just keep it simple and put him inside it. I'm definitely gonna paint him outside it and then glue him in there, because that is gonna be a pain to paint inside to get the colors right. Let me knock that off. That one.
You know what's an idea that's crossed my head before with the tactical war suit and the dreadnoughts?
Oh, if it is, I did mess with the music yesterday. I can turn it down. Is that better? I might turn back up a little bit. For the Monster Hunter stream, I had to turn it up so that it could actually capture the game audio and stuff. I didn't take a picture of what it was beforehand. I probably should have. Let's see. Now we're doing the back.
Okay. I'm glad. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. I would kind of like a story of a Space Marine piloting one of these tactical war suits. And then he gets damaged in battle. And some shenanigan weird stuff happens that they cannot remove him from the war suit without it, killing him. So they end up turning his war suit into a dreadnought, and he still has to pilot it. And it just kind of like fuses to his body. So it's like a really messed up way of becoming a dreadnought. I know in general, like, your body does get fused with a dreadnought to begin with. Because there's not much of you left when you get dreadnoughted. But that was like a story idea popped in my head. I'm like, oh. That would be a very sad thing in my mind. Just forever bound to your weapon. And you are now the living, walking weapon that you were before.
Not fused, entombed, like... True.
I guess, yeah, you are more entombed. I was just thinking of some way it just makes you... They pretty much just turn the war suit into a dreadnought, is one thing. Because they're very similar body, like, designs, the war suit and the dreadnought. And really, you got a Space Marine piloting the tactical war suit. It's just like, it's just a couple steps away from just becoming a dreadnought already. It's a dreadnought just with the Space Marine being able to be removed. And still perform, like, combat stuff. And not just be a pile of flesh. Let's see, get that. Which, by the way, welcome to stream, Trevor. I hope you're doing well this evening. Do. I am doing well. I am working. I have a lot of Space Marine models in my backlog, and I want to start another army. But before I can move on to my next army, I'm going to finish my entire Space Marine backlog, which I believe is over 3,000 points I have. I think I have an image of it.
I know I posted it in my Discord a while ago, but I'll see if I can find an image of what I was talking about. Found it. I'll make it bigger in a moment, but that. Oh, hold on. Let me get the pointer. The pointer. This is the entire range of Space Marines that I have built and painted and unbuilt and unpainted. So I want to get this all complete before I even decide to work on a new army. So I am building the tactical war suit that came in the old Space Wolf Combat Patrol. So I'm kind of working on that right now. Very slowly. This is the part of the hobby that is I still enjoy doing, but I know it's not the most entertaining for people. I'm just trying to get everything together. Which, looking at the war suit like this, the one thing that I think is a bit cooler on the war suit, or one thing that I like more about the war suit than I do the dreadnought, although I do think dreadnoughts are way better than the tactical one. I like how it has a functional hand that can grab a giant bolter and then shoot it. I love that, and that's my favorite thing about that model. It's like, oh, I have a functional hand, but I have this giant fuck-ass gun that I can just shoot people with. Yeah, that's what I also find like not as fun, is that scraping and just trying to get things cleaned up and looking nice. But it does pay off. It does pay off. Come on. There we go. But I have like most of this done. I think after I get this war suit done, all I have left is the Reavers, which I think I really want to use the Reavers in a game soon. I want to get these guys built and usable for some 40k stuff. I know they're not. They don't. I read the data sheet. They don't look the most optimal, I know, for the game. But I think for the cool factor for me, that's why I want to use them. Their main thing is just to be able to battle shock other units on the field. And just be very stealthy. Okay. Cool. We got that. And then start working on some of the gun parts. Let's see, is there 35 on here? There is not. I'm trying to make sure I find the right one before I just start cutting things off. No, this is 33. Oh, nope, I found the right one.
both of those. Oop. Just threw that across the table. Okay, so that's 33. Where's 35? Where's the 36? Oh, it's 36. 35 is a different thing. Oh, I found it. I thought Reavers got a buff and are roughly A tier, but I don't play well enough in game to know. What's up, Hannibal? Nothing too much. I don't really play much either, to be honest. I just kind of read the rules and I'm like, okay, that's a little bit odd. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Honestly, I just need to get more games underneath my belt and test things out. But maybe the Reaver's ability is better than I realize. Because, like, if you got an opponent model that is on an objective and you battle shock it with the Reavers, then they can stop scoring points, and then you can go in with your own models and start making them, or start scoring the points back. Okay, hold on. I'm going to sidetrack myself and look this up. I am going on a side quest. Space Marine. Reavers. Data sheet. Put this up in front of me. I'm mostly looking at their abilities. Fearsome Assault. At the start of the fight phase, each enemy within engagement range of one or more units with this ability must make a battle shock test, subtracting 1 from the test. That's not too bad. And then Terror Troop Aura. While a model unit excluding monster vehicle is within 3 inches of one or more units with this ability, subtract 1 from the objective control characteristic of models in that unit. Okay. That's not too bad. Oh, work gear option. Grapple launcher. Each time the bearer unit makes a normal advance, fallback, or charge move, ignore any vertical distance when determining the total distance the bearer can move during that. Oh, there must be like the weird rope grapple gun. Oh, and they can deep strike too? That's not bad. You could put them in your opponent's back line and kind of mess with some stuff. I am building the old Space Wolf Combat Patrol. That is what I'm working on. It is no longer being produced, and I bought it... I bought it a while ago, and it needs to be built. Sorry, I'm just going to close that and that. How do these want to be looked? Okay, they need to be down. Oh, it's on this side. And it's like that? Oh, I should have done these as I needed to. Oh, it's supposed to connect to the chain? What's up, Jake? How are you doing this evening? Oh, there we go. That's where you put it on. Now I figured that out. Let's just get that a little bit cleaned up. Do, do, do. Mods, ban Jake. He's being too, weird. Uh. But I'm glad you're feeling good, Jake. I'm glad you're feeling good. What mods? I know that's kind of the joke. I don't have any mods. It's just me. And I don't think anyone here has actually crossed the line yet. Ate some brownies again. Huh. Any plans for Adepticon? What is Adepticon? Is that the big like tech thing that a lot of people go to for? Oh, I want to say like hacking and stuff. I might be confused that with something different. I will check that out in a second, just so I'm informed correctly. It goes this way, because we go down. And include that there. And then back to the internet. Of just what I've seen in the 40K. I haven't experienced it myself yet, but I've heard it's been interesting. Oh, this is the 40K one. Oh, shite. Well, one, I didn't know that was happening. I'm gonna say no. I'm not planning on going to it. But I really should think about it in the future. Holy crap. I gotta keep that in mind. Oh god, that's tough because like I do want to check that out, but I have other trips that are like kind of more important that I want to go do. Maybe I'll plan for Adepticon 2027. I think I can do that. Yeah, I've heard of it before. Oh god, what are you guys talking about? You made some more progress. Or Joseph says they have made some more progress on painting their Great Unclean One. You might actually have it finished by the end of the year. Honestly, any little bit of progress you can do is more than enough for you. And Jake is freaking out about not being taken by the Inquisition. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit... I'm gonna say a little bit political, but I'm not gonna dive into, like, political stuff. Could you call ICE the Inquisition, or is the Inquisition more like the CIA or stuff like that? Who the hell is calling me? That's the only thing I'm going to say on it because I don't want to get into any more stuff than that. I've not kept up with the news. I probably should. Oh, that's funny. I am missing a piece. I didn't even cut it off yet. Do, 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 do. The Inquisition is a terrifying, like, body in 40k. I never want to meet an Inquisitor. Or I don't even want to meet the real life equivalent of an Inquisitor in actual life. Because, like, I don't know if they stand above the law, but they're more like the CIA because they're first they investigate stuff and then they do pointy shooty fun time. Yeah? Oh, you got me thinking on some real life stuff that may or may not have happened. Just our real world stuff and like connecting dots with like, oh, Inquisitors being like this. In one of the Caiaphas Cain books, I think it's the second one in his series. He goes to a planet that's going to be invaded by Tyranids. Gene Stealers have already been popping up and all that stuff. And it turns out that another Inquisitor is planning on controlling the Hive Fleet and wants them to come to the planet. Like, they've gone completely rogue and off the rails. So it's up to Caiaphas Cain and Amberly Vale to like take down this Inquisitor. It's a good book. I enjoyed that scene very much. Read that book. I recommend reading that book. Okay. I need 36 and 33. I got 36. Do. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. Whoa. Okay, there we go. That's big enough. I know that number up top is not correct. Oh. You got yourself a collection volume of this guy, 7 books in 1. You talking about the Caiaphas Cain, or are you talking about a different book? Are there 7 books? Honestly, if you are going to read his books... Oh, this Inquisitor guy. If you're talking about in Caiaphas Cain, I know, Hannibal, you don't know lore at all that well. He's not an Inquisitor. But if there is an Inquisitor book that is like... If there's a series that involves an Inquisitor, I'm interested to hear what it is. Because I do enjoy a good Inquisitor book. I enjoy the Eisenhorn series. Eisenhorn was a lot of fun. I definitely need to pick up on the Beckwin series. Or the Beckwin. One of those names. Okay. Not that one. It's this one. And it sits like that. Yeah. Cool. Oop. I try to start my streams around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I usually go until about 10 p.m. EST, just because I'm on the East Coast of America, and that's where I try to use my time. I'm trying to post a weekly schedule at the beginning of the week, either on Sundays or Mondays, on what I have planned for streaming during the week. This past holiday season kind of screwed up my schedule, and I was not able to make a coherent one for a while. But I try to stream 3 days a week from 7 to 10. Sometimes on weekends, I might do a little bit earlier, and I probably should for all my overseas viewers. I know a few of you would probably appreciate that a lot more. Can I oh wait, no, that sits in there. Although if you're asking for how long I've just been in streaming in general, I'd say under a year is where I currently stand. Okay, Ando says right now I'm playing Mechanicus on your new Steam Deck. While it runs, it has the loudest fan you've ever heard. And I've had the Switch one for 3 years now. Oh. And then Hamble says the book is about a guy named... Oh, Eisenhorn! Yes! Okay. Yes. I just talked about Eisenhorn earlier. I've read 3 of his books. There are more that I need to pick. Eisenhorn is the reason why I want to do an Inquisitor cosplay. I was listening to his books and hearing about how they described how they dressed. I'm like, that sounds like some of the most easiest cosplaying that I could do. Because I could just wear a really fancy suit and get some like 40k stuff and say I'm an Inquisitor. I love his books. Such a good series. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but seeing where he starts and where he ends in the first 3 books, I love it. Oh, I need to check and see why people are messaging me on other apps real quick. Why are people messaging me? Okay, we'll ignore that one. Okay. Yes. Yes, I do recommend it. I need to open my door. The doggo was whining. Hi. You want to come in? You would? Oh, that's so good to hear. Hello, Rory. Watch out. What? Where are you going? That way. Honestly, all the books that I've read so far, I would recommend. I would fully recommend. Hello, Rorosori. Hello, you big fluffy bean. I'm glad that you could join me in here today. You're such a good boy. Big Fluff. The Big Fluff has entered the room. You've been okay. I need to do 9 and 10. And I'm sorry, chat. I cannot show you the dog. Maybe in future streams I will show you the puppers. Oh, he grabbed his toy. I believe this is 10. So I will do that one. Wait, Hannibal, when you bought the book, was it recommended to you by an actual employee? You can come here and you can get attention. I'm not going out there. You can look at me sad all you want, but you can come here and get pets. Come here. Ugh. It's a tough life being a dog, huh? So tough. That's funny. That's funny that an employee also recommended it. Oh, I've got to do the top. Okay, so that's 10. This is 9. And I gotta get the top for that and put that on. The top is number 7. There it is. Well, I want your opinion, Hannibal. What do you think of the book so far? On a scale of 1 to 10, on your current read, where does it stand? Or, if you really want to, throw it in the Discord and do like a little book report on it. Honestly, I look at Discord and I'm like, I gotta get some more activity going in there. But I also know everyone's very busy and we all have our own lives. Okay, so that's gonna sit. I think. Was I supposed to do the top first and then do the back? Possibly. I think so, because I did not. Oh no. Oh. I think I got it. Nope. Oh. Shite. Okay. Okay. Take your time with your current book. Enjoy one reading project at a time. Honestly, I should pick up some other books than just 40k stuff to read. I've just been cemented very heavily into 40k. I think I could push that back a little bit more, but then lifts the top of that and then sets me back to where I was before. So I will leave it. And I will just happen to glue that. Okay. Now I will try to take this part and just slide it in. Come on. This is when tweezers would be kind of handy. There we go. I got that one. Then I need to clean this one up. And we'll keep going from there. Nice. I also thought about doing this tactical war suit for the painting competition as well. Just be like, maybe doing a bigger model, I'll have more stuff to show off with than a smaller one. But I'm not sure yet.
I'm still kind of debating. I should probably read the rules for that competition before I even take place or take part in it.
I have been thinking, so I've been thinking about with painting this guy. I'm not going to do him like how I do First Company. He's not going to be black armor and all that stuff. I'm going to do him with the blue, orange, and black. I'm trying to figure out what I paint the cloth as that will work well with the blue, but also work well with the orange. I wonder if I should do it as black. I could do green. I could see what green looks like. I should find like one of those templates like I did for the Space Marine stuff and just throw on the cloth and see what it looks like. Yeah. I mean, black against blue, I think works really well. And that would be the inverse for the First Company. Because First Company, their cloth is blue. So inverse would be of just making it black. Because first company's black armor with blue accents. Yeah, I should probably just keep it simple. Let the good old method kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. I like that acronym. I feel like it applies to a lot of things in real life. I think I cut 14 off without intending to. That I did. I'm looking at this, and it reminds me of the original Star Wars movies, like cockpits, like for the TIE fighters and stuff. Just all like the little guns in the front and side thrusters and stuff. Oh god, I love this hobby. I get to be like a kid again doing this hobby, just letting my brain be childlike. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. My day's been good. Today I just rode around in a sand truck all day, spreading sand, because it rained a little bit and it was supposed to get cold tonight. And then we're expecting a little bit of snow tonight, but I don't think anything we're going to have to plow, which I'd be very happy with. I know for what I do for work, I need snow to be able to go out and make money, or at least that's like for my boss and stuff like that. Me, I don't fully care. I am more than happy to be here and just work on my little projects and try to get some stuff done. I think, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I want to be a little bit more productive on some other stuff. I want to see maybe I want to see if I can at least get one video out this month, if not definitely out next month, and either do 1 or 2 videos a month. I would, in a perfect world, love to do a video every week. But for me, it just got to be very stressful on editing and all that other stuff to do it once a week. And the quality wasn't as good as I want it to be, so I moved to doing other stuff. Actually, it almost got to the point that I just stopped, and I think I said before, I switched to streaming because I found it was easier to set that up, and then all my content was already up on the channel. But that doesn't mean it isn't still a lot of work to get this set up and put something out there. There have been a lot of learning curves when it comes to this. And I have to keep in mind that I still need to improve and put out good quality content. Because if not, no one's going to sit here and watch. Why is the comment section disabled? Is it?
I didn't think it was. Hold on. I didn't think comments were disabled on them. I'll close that and go through.
I didn't know they were. I just thought people didn't comment on the streams after I upload them and all that. But if they're actually disabled, I have to go through and change that on every single one. Because I don't want comments disabled at all. Well, I'm glad you guys brought something up to me because now I can go fix that and do better at that. Oh, my lord. Well, now I'm curious what sort of comments you guys were trying to leave on the VOD and stuff like that. I hope they were good comments. Although, knowing Jake, he probably tried to say something a little bit raunchy. That's 19. Needs to be the other side. I will mess with that after stream. Wow, that is really disheartening. I just thought people didn't want to comment on them. I could see people reviewing them and all that stuff every once in a while. I just didn't think people wanted to watch. Or they wanted to watch, but they didn't want to say anything. God, that bugs me so much right now that I want to work on it, but it's not the right time to do that. It is not the right time.
Okay. I'm going to spend just a minute or two. Relax an hour. Another hour won't make a difference. No, that's true. Comment. Okay, definitely not. Did I set these streams to being kids only? I don't think I did. I'm like, this is not. No, I haven't set. No, it's not made for kids. Oh my god, I do have comments turned off. Holy crap. That is a thing I actually had set. Oh. That is... I'll have to go and change it. Okay, Endo. You ask, am I planning on doing regular / chaos nights or just one of the two? Hi, bro. So, what I plan on doing just regular nights. I do want to buy a Chaos Knight and turn it into a regular night, just because the upgrades on the Chaos Knights, or like the chainsword, I think looks a lot cooler, and a couple other weapons that they have, I think look a lot cooler than what regular knights have. What's up, Light? I agree. Terminators are awesome. They were some of the very first models that I actually got when I got into Warhammer. They're a very fun model to build and paint. Oh my lord, I can't believe I had comments turned off. Actually, there is a knight model that I think I do want to buy. It's from the Horus Heresy, but you can still run it in 40k. It's the one that has an actual shield, and I think it's like a lance of some sort. I kind of want to switch it into a sword, but each one it's its own separate model. Yes, I can show you the glue. Lancer. Yes, it is most likely called the Lancer. So, the glue that I use is just regular old super glue. It's called Crazy Glue. I purposely buy this brand for the little brush inside it. It is not as thick as regular super glue, but it's also thin enough. It's thin enough that it spreads easy. It doesn't melt the plastic. It melts it a little bit, but not like a crazy amount. Like how Citadel stuff. Yeah, it's a good brand of glue. Like I'm not disking it at all. It's a brand that I use. I used one brand of super glue, and it melted the models. So, and it just made my finger stick to it way more, and it just was more gloopy and a mess. So I stopped. I have used Citadel's
glue before, it's very liquidy, and it doesn't instantly stick. This stuff will almost stick instantly to what surface you glue it onto, but it also like is enough time to like move and touch things. Like these things already, these things are glued on here, but like with the low lights, I was able to move and just press them in. It just takes a few seconds, but it's very quick acting. Okay, and now I gotta do the front panels. I should probably let the dog out. That's probably why he's been whining at me. That one was 20. 20 is going to sit over there. No! No! I saw that one! The answer is no! I didn't realize there were nights that were like almost $1,000. I was like, no! I'm not doing that! If chat wants to fund it, they're more than welcome to fund it, but I'm not spending my own money on that. I have a spare night model, and you guys get to choose the stuff that goes on it. So you can choose it either whether to be built like a Canis Rex, I can't remember the other names. But it's the same one that you can make or turn into a Canis Rex. I'm letting you guys decide which one we build and what we put on it. If we reach the goal. The goal is 500 subscribers. You have until whenever we reach it. I have the deadline set for a year, but I'm not too concerned. A warden. I will look up a warden in a second. I like the Warshoe as well. I haven't used it yet in a game yet. At All Light. This is the first one I'm actually building. I got this one out of the old Space Wolf. No, there's some knights that are close to $1,000. I looked it up yesterday because I went onto GW's website to like look up like, oh, what sort of knight models are like out there and people can get, and there's a couple that are like $600 to $700, which in my mind, that's close to $1,000. Yeah, it's all Forge World stuff. I gotta step away for a sec. The dog is whining at me and wants to go out. Like, if I'm spending that much money on a model, I'm gonna get a Titan, and I've already said what I will buy that will work as a Titan. I'm going to go to Joy Toy and I'm going to buy their Knight model and run that as a Warlord Titan. Or run that as a Titan in general. I'll be back in a second. I got to let the dog out. Do you need to go outside? The dog has been released. I haven't used any of the Forge World stuff yet. Like, it looks... I'm sure they're very cool models and stuff like that, and I do want to get some Forge World, or some, there's a couple Forge World models I do want to get. One that I think is $1,000 is the, not Stormhawk, but it's the big troop carrier from Space Marine 2. I want to get that. I didn't even know that was a thing until I played Space Marine 2, and I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's the Thunderhawk. I want to get the Thunderhawk. I didn't even know Forge World made knights until I looked up, like, just on GW to see, like, oh, what are their knights? What are their, like like how many are out there? Because in the app, it doesn't have a picture for like a good portion of the knights. But once I went to their website, I was like, oh damn, there's a few more, and holy. You want to... Oh, you want a drop pod. I think the drop pods do look cool. I wish I bought an older drop pod before they switched it. I don't know if I'd use it in games. I more would use it as, like, terrain. Like, I want to use it as a terrain piece. Although the new ones might be, like, better in general for your price. Because you're getting two. You're getting two models, but they're not, like, static. Or, no, they're static. They're not movable hinges and stuff like that. So, I guess there's a plus there to it. I'm going to check things. Yes, I did see that. I did see that it was a Horus Heresy model. Okay. We got that top together. Not building the Space Marine because I'm not putting him in there. I will build the roll cage real quick. And then I think from there I should also... I should move over to the legs. Because this is almost dry. I'm definitely going to throw down some of the texture paste I have to kind of make that all a bit more even. And then I'm going to place the legs kind of where I think I want them to be and sort myself out. Got that, and then let me just clean up this one. And I'll go from there. Now, what's funny is they didn't even bother to swap the Black Templar add one. Like, a Black Templar drop pod? Is there a special Black Templar one? I keep my bases very gray and dull, but I kind of do a forest themed. Okay. Oh, add-on. Black Templar add-on. Ah, got it. If you ever saw the old Walking with Dinosaurs documentary and saw the Cretaceous end one, like with the Tyrannosaurus and the Triceratops and all that, and how the planet was no grass, all volcanic rock, and like a little bit of shrubbery, but mostly like conifers and plants like that. Well, that's what I base my base for my Space Marines on. Because that's how I picture my Space Marines homeworld. Is how the old Cretaceous like film or thing looked. I'm gonna find an image and show it because I don't know if I'm like conveying it properly. $19.99. Okay, come on. I know. New Zealand. There's one particular scene that I want, that I have in my head. Walk my dinosaurs. Landscape. Oh, I'm seeing the same things over and over again, and it is... Okay. I found an image kind of close to what I was thinking of. Land. And pop over here. Do I have a chapter master? Not yet. So I took part in a Crusade game that my local game store was hosting. And I had a captain, and I was hoping that it would... I was hoping to get enough honor points to actually make the captain for my Space Marines. Okay, so this is the image that I found. Now, when I talk about it being like rocky and no grass or anything like that, this is what I'm thinking about. It's a very volcanic soil. This is from the Cretaceous section. Good night, Hannibal. I'll see you in the future. But not that there... But there is still plant life on the ground. It's just like more mossy or shrubbery. But this is how I picture my Space Marines home planet being like. And yes, it does have dinosaurs on it. Like, this wouldn't be a crazy thing to see. For those that are new and don't know, I... base my custom Space Marine chapters homeworld on a mixture of the first 3 Jurassic Park movies and Monster Hunter. Like, I wanted to be a Death World, and Monster Hunter has some crazy freaking monsters that, if they were brought into our world, they would not follow the laws of reality or physics. I mean, they get somewhat close, but there's some pretty scary stuff in there that I'm like, that could just destroy an entire settlement. And I like the idea of there just being a... He's at the door.
Yes, what a good boy. Okay. Let's see. But I do have the idea for my Space Marines Chapter Master. I've written down some lore on how they elect a new Chapter Master and kind of the process of making one. I like the idea of there being a secret society, so I like the Dark Angels' whole hidden inner circle. And all 10 captains are a part of that inner circle, at least for me. And there's like 3 other members that are also a part of that council. And they all have to come together and vote on the next captain. So once they vote, well, they don't vote on the next captain. They vote on who the next chapter master is. And once they come to a decision and voted on that... Sorry, I'm distracting myself because I need to know which part I just cut off. Oh, I like that. That's really cool. I like it when you can tell a story with your base. I do have a base that I did that with. When I was in there. 88? Huh? Okay. So it needs to be like that. Do they go in like that? Is it on this side? No, it is on this side. So here and then there? Oh, no, it goes there and then there. Okay, I'll hold that there and then I will talk a little bit about it. Hold on, let me pull up. It's chaplain, apothecary, and librarian. I think I'll have to double check what I have. Let me pull up my Google Doc and I will let you guys know. I've written all this down in a Google Doc so I can keep track of it. Yeah, Council of 13, 1 chaplain, 1 apothecary. Oh, and the 13th member being the chapter master. So all 10 captains and the company
the chapter master is his own separate thing because they have to deal with the chapter and all that stuff. But most of the time they do run first company. So maybe I should change it from saying that the chapter master is the 13th member and that it's... I could do librarian just for like the record keepers. That might not be a bad idea. I think I'll do that. I think I'll do like the librarian as the 13th member, that they hold the record, they hold the true record of the chapter. Because no one knows the origins of the chapter. They're suspected to be from the Ultima founding, but it's unknown. We don't know who their gene sire is. It could be salamanders. There could be some connection to Dark Angels. But anytime anyone has tried to dig into it and look into it, they are met with misdirect, and not everyone always comes back. So, the other idea I had is that when the chapter master dies, they all decide and vote on who the next chapter master is going to be for a first company. And once they decide who it is, the old captain is completely erased. And he is rebranded to the original chapter master's first name. Which, I like the name Draco Rex. It means Dragon King. It's also one of my favorite dinosaurs, so I figured I'm making that the name. So, every time the old chapter master dies, a new one comes in, takes his place, takes his name, takes his armor, and continues as the original chapter master. Which that was my plan for this captain with relic shield I had, because I still want him to be my chapter master, and I'm in my head going to make him that, but I want to do a crusade where he actually becomes the chapter master through the crusade. I don't do it a lot, but I like story writing when I get a chance to. It's one of my more fun hobbies to do. That does not line up correctly. Why are you not lining up? Did I misglue something? Huh. Weird. Have you played any games yet with your chapter? Because that can be a very easy place to start. Because in a game, you could write down what happens and you can embellish it. You can add things to it. An example is back when I was trying to figure out what chapter I wanted to do. I wanted to write down a game that I did. It was a 3v3 game. And it was one of the first times I ever actually won a Warhammer game. It was mostly won by my teammates. I took a lot of the damage to my face, and my teammates came up and cleaned everything. But in the game, I had Redemptor Dreadnought, Hellblasters, and a group of intercessors. Or not intercessors, Infernus. And the entire squad of Infernus got wiped except for one guy. And that one guy survived until the very end of the game. I wanted to get him up top on this tower and stuff. So I was kind of thinking on how would this write as a story? Well, you can write about a intercessor, like sergeant or whoever, taking part, not intercessor, Infernus. Infernus sergeant taking part in a battle with some other battle brothers. And they're going to fight some orcs, which is what I was fighting against. And they thought it'd be an easy fight, but they quickly got wiped out by this surprise attack. And through the chaos, no, that's fine. I mean, like, not having a lot of points and just still trying to learn is completely fine. I'm still learning the game as well, and I've only been playing for a year, or just over a year. 40k is a very complicated game to learn. Now, I'm curious on why this is misaligned. Just needs to sit like that. There we go. No. Weird. Dead says their chapter, they were made after the Siege of Terra and sent on their way with the sole purpose of going and taking the Emperor's light to fallen worlds. They were to reinstill the Emperor's vision of unity through the galaxy. Yeah, and it can be just as simple as that too. And that's a good piece of lore right there too. It doesn't have to be this big crazy thing. Actually, I'm working, I said it earlier, I'm working on a video on how I went through and started building my own homebrew chapter and what were some of the things that I was looking forward to do and trying to get out of it, and how I ended up picking what I decided to pick. Okay, we're going to go back a few steps, and we are going to work on the legs. Because I think that base is pretty much done. I do want to add, just for anyone that's new here and is enjoying the content and all that stuff, I do have a Discord. It's completely free to join. It is a place that you can just go and geek out about any sort of hobby you have, not just Warhammer. Although I know most of the stuff I do here is Warhammer, I do have other interests that I plan on doing on this channel, such as like metalworking, wood crafting. I want to get into cosplay stuff, and I have done a few streams of that here. If you want to be a part of that stuff, it's all in the channel description, is the link to the Discord. And I just want to throw that out there for people. You don't have to, but the offer is extended. So now, looking at the legs. Ooh. I've talked about this before. There was one game I did have with my Space Marines. When I was doing this to like build lore for them. I was fighting against some Tau. And I have a Dreadnought that I called Big Jim. I called it that because I think people were calling the Dreadnought in Space Marine 2 Big Jim or something like that. And I wanted, well, anyway, to kind of summarize, I lost that game pretty heavily. Where the hell is that supposed to insert? That goes in there, and then is this supposed to go somewhere else? That is... There's no finer battle and quest than trying to kill a bunch of orcs as Space Marines. Okay, I'm kind of confused on... Is that... It's not supposed to sit in there. Where's this weird little... Oh, it is... There. It is supposed to sit, like... in while it moves. So one's meant to be back and one's meant to be forward. Okay. Weird. I really don't like this little part. I know it's meant to be a part of the connection point here and with the movement stuff, but I'm not his biggest fan. Anyway, to quickly kind of finish my story, I got my butt kicked, and as the game progressed, I took my only point I scored, because it was like one where you can grab the objective and take it back with you. I took that back with me, held by some intercessors. I had them hiding in a building, and my Dreadnought Big Jim held the line. He took on... Can I just get this kind of fitting okay? That's where that wants to fit. Can I also do it? Oh, you know what? I'm doing it this way. Wow, that is completely back. No wonder why I'm having a hard time with that. I'm trying to put it on the wrong way. He didn't win, but he fought against 3 Tau War suits and was able to survive on 1 wound left until the very end. And he protected his little brothers until the very end. And that is where the story of Big Jim really started to take off. I feel like that's not really sitting where it's supposed to be, but I will go with it. Honestly? Let's do that. So to kind of show you guys what I'm thinking, I'm going to do a little bit of a dynamic movement, kind of. We'll have it walk up on the hill a little bit, and it'll be kind of sideways, and the other leg I'll have down here connected to the ground there. Ah, Dreadnoughts are so fun. I love using them in games. I didn't get to use it very much, but I would love to use a Brutalis Dreadnought at some point. Okay, that sits there. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can certainly do that. Keep that there. Ooh. What Dreadnought do you have? For curiosity's sake, I'm going to ask. You know, Dad, your chapter sounds very similar to the Black Templars. A little bit. That's not a bad thing. Redemptor. Redemptors are so much fun. Okay. I'm going to pull out Big Jim real quick, and I'll show him. Okay. So this is my Redemptor Dreadnought Big Jim. The one I was just talking about. He is my favorite Dreadnought or second favorite Dreadnought. Oh, and this is my custom Space Marine chapter's colors. This is from like 2nd to 10th, their colors. But yeah, this Redemptor Dreadnought has been through a lot of games with me and has done very well through all my games. I love him very much. I love Big Jim. Okay. Now that I know how I want that leg to look. No. No. That's not just you. I name my models as well. They are a mix of Fist and Templars. Okay. I'm not... I wasn't saying it's a bad thing. Black Templars have a really cool, like, aesthetic and everything. No, it's not just you. I name my Dreadnoughts different names. Actually, when you do a game mode called Crusades, that is where you're meant to name every single squad. Hey, there's nothing wrong with bugs. My fixation is Space Marines right now. Agnes. Their name is Agnes. I didn't think I said their name until now. Did I say aging? I didn't mean to if I did. Okay. Honestly, I think I actually do gotta start gluing the feet down. And going from there. I don't want to add all the secondary things. Oh no, it auto-corrected? Okay. But Ando, you should be proud of your bugs as well. I like seeing your bugs. I know you talked about their names here every once in a while. Okay. So I'll take 50, which is right here. I got a couple Tyranid models. Actually, I got 1,000 points in Tyranids that I want to build. I have 1,000 points in Guard I want to build. I have another 1,000 for Custodes I want to build, because I already have 1,000 points in Custodes, just kind of looking nice on the shelf. I don't really use them in games at all. I probably should. Yes, certainly. I want you to share their names. I want to hear about them. I want to hear about your guys' stuff. Uh, 55. Yeah. No, I want people to share their creative names or their things that they're proud of. All that. That is what I'm here for. You all get to sit and listen to me ramble and build all these models and paint stuff. I feel like it's fair enough you guys get to share your stuff with me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how silly names do you want to hear? 100. I want to, 100. And then Dead says, I don't know how I'm going to be able to pronounce that. It's a mix of StarCraft and Warcraft. Ooh. I've heard good things about StarCraft. Let's see, which way? That's supposed to be up. And it's supposed to sit... Ah, so this sits on the other half there. Got it. Okay. Ah, I see. I see, said the blind man. Oh, come on. Everything's sticking to my fingers. Don't stick to my fingers. Just stay where you're meant to be. There. I think I got it.
Named him Acceptor Trio. Acceptor Trio. Or am I mispronouncing that? Peter Trio? I can try sounding it out. I don't think I'm getting any closer the more I say it or mess with it. Whoop. Oh god, I remember. I remember your little Hormigaunt. Stormageddon, Destroyer of Worlds. Thank you, Razzie. Thank you, very much appreciated. Pronounce Tear of the Emperor. Oh, what was the name of the ship? Pronounce Thero? Your sister named him. Okay, I'm getting a little bit distracted. I need to kind of continue. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening, Razzie. It was good to see you here for a little bit. I hope everything's going well for you. And if it's not, I hope things are better tomorrow. And I hope they're better the day after that, and after that, and after that. Do. Okay. We got that leg.
I do. I'll be honest, Razzie, I'm not going to touch that subject with a 100-foot pole. That does not sound like a good day. I hope tomorrow is better. I honestly do. Okay, let me get... Right, 57's the other side. Yep. Oh. Well, I hope I can distract you from that a little bit today, or not just myself. I hope something in general is able to help take your mind off things. Because tomorrow's a new day. It's a new day, and it's going to be a better day. No, it's fine. You have full right to be mad. You are fully valid in having your feelings the way you do. Because I get it. Parents are not easy to deal with. Especially, it sounds like, with your father. It is not easy dealing with a old codger stuck in their ways. It needs to be that way. And we're just going to stick that there and there. Cool, that's there. And now I got to do the same for this leg, because I didn't realize it needed it. That is true. It may not be true for everybody, but I know for myself that would be the case. As much as I might not like or agree with everything my father says or does, I know when he is gone, I will miss him. At some point, you just gotta step away from stuff like that. And if they're really that point in their life, I'm being very... I want to be very cautious when it comes to this subject. Oh, did I... No, I didn't put it on the wrong leg. Hey, Dorzo! How are you doing this evening, man? Kind of caught us in a little bit of a... I'm not really sure what to call it. But I hope you're doing well. Razzie, you're fine. You are looking for a place to vent, and I'm honored you feel comfortable enough and safe enough to vent here to us. I truly do feel sorry that you are dealing with it. I know there's not anything I can do physically to help with your issues, but if I can just be, I guess, the eyes that read your comment while you vent, then I'm glad I can be that. Now, I know that's a slippery slope that I'm talking about because we're all humans. And I know people are trying to put up a wall between like their chat and them, and it's a fine line sometimes trying to ride that. Summertime, summertime. Man, are we already at the end of this? No, we're not. Okay, we still got like a few more minutes. Summertime, summertime. Okay. I'm just going to catch up on chat because I realized people were saying stuff. First, Dorzo, can't wait to get off work. It's always weird when you jump in. Hey, I'm glad you're here either way, Dorzo. And Raz, go get some sleep. Like I said, tomorrow's a new day. If you can, go do something fun with your boyfriend, fiance. I can't remember. And like I said, I'm glad I can at least help. Just a little bit. And welcome back, Light. Do. Dorzo, you said you removed a lot of old furniture and junk from from your house. You got like one full day left, and you can have your hobby time back, and you'll finish your Blood Angels army. And you got Dante 90% done. Nice. Very nice. God, yeah, I forgot you're kind of going through your own like little move or cleanup and all that stuff. I'm glad you're getting to the end of it, and I hope that you are. Well, I hope it's been an easy project and time for you dealing with that. Damn, I really want to go to Adepticon now. Because someone mentioned it earlier. I'm like, that's a big Warhammer event. I remember hearing about that, and I want to go check it out, but it's not within my time frame or budget stuff to do. I mean, I could. But I'd be stressing myself on other things. Okay, I need to take 62. And put that on one of the legs. Almost, but your schedule doesn't work great. Yeah. Yeah, work schedule's gonna be kind of tough. Like, hey, we all need to make money. We all need to do some. All need to do something for a paycheck in this crazy world to be able to at least survive. And even that point, it's getting difficult to do. Do, do. Wait a minute, I just realized you were replying to my thing about Adepticon. You almost went, but your schedule doesn't work great. Oh my lord, that just clicked in my head. I will plan for Adepticon in 2027. For Adepticon, you would need to take 4 days of single days and be back at work by 11 p.m. that night. Oh. That's not fun. Okay, I think. Yeah. Yes, you can certainly send him in Discord. Just post them up in the Warhammer hobby section. Okay, we got that there. I'll admit, I got a long night tonight. I'm sure some of you already know this before, and I'm just going to say this for, like, the new people that kind of showed up and all that stuff. I didn't realize I had comments turned off of all my streams, so I got a long night of just going back through every single stream and turning on the comments. I didn't realize I had them off and people were trying to say stuff. Thank you, Hannibal, again, for pointing that out today. I would have never known until someone told me. It should be easy. I just gotta go through and turn it on. Oh god, if I could just do like mass turn it on, it'd be awesome, but I don't think I can. Okay. It is 67 that is needing to be lined up. So that's where I want that foot to be. And then I want this one there. Okay, we're going to let that... No! I want it like that. Yes, the base still needs to be done, but I figured it's worth getting it lined up right now and getting half of it on. Oh. Nope, his foot slipped. Okay. Come on. Oh my lord. Dorzo says, you got a message from your local game store showing that your 500 Worlds order got in. Now you just gotta wait till the 24th. Oh, you meant on the Terminator. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. I'm like scared to start putting some of the toes on. Okay, I'll head to Discord real quick and I'll check that out. Oh, ooh, someone else posted some stuff. Wow. I forgot that your color scheme is so bright. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad to see that. Excuse me. Okay. I think I am going to actually glue this leg together now. We set it right there. And then we'll let that sit, and then that will be easy enough to start doing his feet. Yes! Yes! Oh, that's gonna look so cool. I think I already have an idea on having the arm with the storm bolter being raised and just shooting. But I could also do the other one as well, because boy, does this thing have a lot of weapon options. I also thought about taking the other arm, because I have a spare orc model. Yeah, I have a spare orc model, and I thought about throwing it in the arm of the tactical suit and just having it be something that he's crushing. Also, I'm looking at the sheet here and trying to figure out if the hands are all the same piece or if they're different pieces. It does not say. Why is that one not... Oh, I see. Well, hey, now I know where I'm going to put a magnet on this. I'm going to put a magnet on 2 spots, actually. So I can swap out the arm and also choose the gun option. Oh, and it bolts onto there? Oh! Oh! Oh, okay, I see. I'm going to just touch that. There. No, his other leg just came off. Ah! Thought I had this glued on properly. Guess not. That is true. You did use a white primer. Okay, can you just... Okay, I don't think I can do the leg quite yet, like I hoped. Keep that off. I need some more glue in there. Okay, not touching that. We're gonna let that sit and dry and do its thing. Oh, wow. I just realized what time it was. Shoot. I guess I will move back to the base. Or, it is 10. I think I will call it here for the stream. God, I hope stream isn't lagging. Well, I hope stream's not lagging too much, but I'm going to call it here for the evening. I feel like we made some progress. We made some progress. I'm not where I want to be quite yet. And I will certainly shoot a message in chat if I play Monster Hunter and all that. So, with that all being said, if you enjoy the content and you want to be a part of the community, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. We do have a goal, as you can see up above. If we hit 500 subscribers by some point this year, the goal at 500 is you guys decide what knight model I build. I have the knight set already. You guys will just decide what goes on it. With that, also, if you want to help support the channel in other ways, I do have a Ko-Fi account that you can donate to. Everything that you donate into that just goes into improving the channel here, whether it be with editors, equipment, all that stuff. Also, if you want to be a part of the community, I have a Discord in the description of the channel, completely free to join. Yet, it's just a hangout spot where you can go and geek out about any of your hobbies that you have, whether that be like metalworking, woodworking, a book that you're writing, or you want to talk about books. I have a book section in there, or you want to geek about Warhammer, because plenty of us are into Warhammer here. That is completely free, and that is in the description of the channel. With that all being said, none of that really matters. Just having you here, hanging out, being a part of stream, lurking or chatting or just watching, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. So, I want you to go out there and make something awesome. I know you will.